And this is live, I guess. Hello there and welcome to this week's edition of This Week on BitcoinTakeover.com. I am Vlad, and as always I'm gonna be playing a video game while talking about what has happened on the Bitcoin Takeover website. And I hope that this works. This is the second time when I'm using the Restream software, which means that right now I'm live on Twitter, I'm live on YouTube, and also Twitch. So if you are on any of these platforms, you can watch this. Right now I'm watching the YouTube chat, so if you have anything to say there, I'm gonna be watching you. And also let me open Twitter to be sure that it's also being broadcast there. And something else that I'm going to need to find out from you is whether or not the volume is loud enough in the microphone and from the Nintendo Switch, on which I'm playing the game right now. And this week I'll be talking about what you see on the screen, the free articles that I wrote and are available on the website. And I will also try to get the pendants in Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. It's quite a demanding task, and I'm gonna try to be able to do them both at the same time. So as you can see, I have this save which is called Bitcoin because I did not have enough room for the eye. I don't have too many hearts. Oh no, it's not this one. I have a suspend point, and this is the most recent one from, was it the 18th? Yeah, it was last week, so the 18th of April 2021. But I'm not trying to create, I'm trying to load. I was about to actually overwrite my save point and make all of my efforts redundant. Imagine that. So I am in this second dungeon, and I need to avoid that eye that's shooting lasers because, you know, laser eyes until 100k. And as far as I remember, there is a story about an old man who told me to get here and get all the pendants. I'm about to die, so let me load this once again. So as you can see, I'm kind of cheating. I should not be doing this. But you know, I don't want to make you watch the same gameplay footage over and over and replay the same level. Actually, the point of this stream is to talk about Bitcoin, but in a way that's entertaining and is actually watchable. I could be doing one of these green screen background kind of presentations, but that's not really my style. I don't really like that when I see it. It looks so generic, so bland. Everyone does that. Let's play some video games. This is fun. This should be fun in theory. But look at me how I'm losing. Wait, so what do I have to do in this place? As I try to figure out what I'm supposed to do in this dungeon, let me start talking about the first article that I wrote this week. And it's about my podcast recording with Lixin Liu, who is in charge of the Kobo Vault hardware wallet. And if you have been paying attention to the project for at least 1 year or something, Kobo launched last year around February a hardware wallet that they call the second generation because the first generation was designed only for Chinese miners and was made to respect some very strict military grade standards for physical and endurance, I guess. Not necessarily security, but to be able to withstand all of the environmental hazards that miners have in China when they deal with all the weather conditions and, you know, everything that happens in that climate. Why do I suck so badly? It's like I'm playing for the first time, even though I must admit that I did not practice in the meantime. So I'll have to say sorry in advance for not being proficient at this. Plus, I have no idea where I'm going, so I haven't beat this dungeon ever, I think. So this was an exit from the dungeon, which I did not intend to take. Let me rewind so I don't have to go back all the way to the entrance. Now I know what this does. I know that I should not be exiting here. Let me see if I can push these statues. So as I was saying, I recorded an interview with Lix and Liu this week. It was on Tuesday that we recorded. And afterwards, I think on Wednesday, I posted the interview. It's available on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and a bunch of others that never requested to take my RSS feed, but you know, I don't really mind it, except for Google Podcasts. They can rot in hell. I don't like Google. I don't like the fact that they take your content without your permission and use it to boost their platform. But if you want to listen on that platform, I'm not going to blame you, even though if you follow the link, there is an RSS feed. So if you're on YouTube, I guess you're going to see links in the description. If you're not, then you have to go on the Bitcoin Takeover website, which for convenience you can type as btctkvr.com. And you go there, and I think the third most recent article posted is the one concerning Kobo vaults and Lixin's interview. So you go there and you're going to find all the information, and you also have a free RSS feed where you can listen to the episode and also download it for free on your device. So if you want to do some offline listening, you can totally do that, and I encourage it because it's a lot more private, it's a lot more convenient. You don't have to deal with streaming services, but if you do want to deal with streaming services out of your own will, please leave a feedback because it helps me get discovered, and it's important because I do all of these interviews and people take time of their lives to talk about very essential security issues that you might have with hardware wallets. And it's important to at least get this acknowledgement that people care. It's nice. I think there's nothing nicer in this world and in this life than realizing that people care about what you do, because you can do a lot of meaningless stuff that feels void of any kind of purpose. Okay, I should be using arrows from this point on. I gotta poke their eyes with arrows. Which button was it? This one. So in my interview with Lixin, we spoke about the Kobo Vault hardware wallet, this second generation device that was launched last year and has been met with a very good reception, to be honest. It's supported by lots of wallets, and I mean software wallets that allow you to interact with the Kobo Vault. And if you don't know anything about the Kobo Vault, it's an air-gapped device, so it doesn't really have a wallet of its own which interacts with the Bitcoin blockchain. You're going to have to scan a QR code or else use PSBT with a micro SD card. And something interesting about which I have spoken with Lixin concerns open sourcing. Oh, this is nice. Open sourcing the code and how much of the Kobo Vault code is open source, and that's a very important issue in this space. I feel like not enough people talk about open source. They like to brag about, you know, secure element chips and stuff like that, but they don't show concern over the fact that you cannot verify every line of code that goes into a device that's supposed to validate all of your transactions. So how can you know that the hardware for which you paid money is not actually going to steal your coins? And that's a legitimate concern. And to mitigate this concern, all hardware manufacturers are trying to publish as much as they can from the code, and I think the standard for this is set by Trezor, who are the most open about what they do, and you can even get their code and build your own treasure and sell it. They have that kind of MIT license which allows you to do it. And after them, in terms of ranking of open sourceness, I guess you have the Bitbox02, which is making great efforts to even mitigate communication issues with Schnorr signatures. And for that you're going to have to listen to Season 8, Episode 1 with Benma, who happens to be the expert in creating this anti-klepto, that's what he called it, system. I got the key. Bitcoin, it is Sahasrara. You must never fail to find all the treasures in each dungeon. That was not very useful. So the Elder has spoken to me, and I must find all the treasures, all the treasures, to be on topic with our discussion about hardware wallets. So on this scale from 1 meaning that it's not very open source to Trezor, which means that it's very open source, Lixin told me that he, with the Kobo, is at 7.5 possibly, 7 or 7.5, because they did not publish all the documents in regards to the open source. Actually, it's not open source, it's more like general purpose. But they did not reveal what kind of chip they are using for the security element work. And there is still some stuff which they haven't open sourced, so if you want to create your own Kobo from scratch, you're not going to be able to do it, because you don't have all the information there. So there is a layer of trust that's involved. I need the big key to unlock this. What happens if I light this up? I sound like a pyromaniac right now. What happens if I set this on fire? Okay, so I need to do more exploration and find the big key. I only have a small one. Time to escape this room. So I think my interview with Lixin Liu is very informative, and it helps you understand how these people who are involved in the hardware wallet space actually think and what their concerns are, because it's important when you have to deal with the security of your bitcoins to understand the security mindset and to know the limitations of the devices that you purchase, because honestly none of them is perfect, and you're not going to have anything that's, you know, covering all of the security threats. There is always a trade-off, either between transparency and security, or between usability and something else, I guess. I can't say that being less useful means that it's more secure, but at the same time, sometimes friendly interfaces remove some complexity that is preferable when you set up something. So really, it's kind of up to you to create a kind of setup that best suits your needs. And for that, I've decided to do Season 8 of the Bitcoin Takeover podcast. And next week, actually, I'm going to have an interview with Slush, who is the CEO of Trezor and is responsible for creating the world's first mining pool, Slush Pool. I suppose you have heard of it. Okay, this is getting more difficult, and I might have some issues with talking concisely about Bitcoin topics. So this is where I get the big key. Fingers crossed. I was so close. So close. I'm about to die, but at least I have the big key. So let me try to break some vases, hoping that I could find some hearts, which seems unlikely right now. Break, break, break. I only have half a heart. So if anything touches me and damages me or affects my health, it's basically game over. And the best I can do under this setup with emulation is to rewind, but that will not be pleasant, so I prefer not to do that too much. Yeah, so it just happened. It was accidental, but still happened. I'll try not to make it happen. So yeah, my interview with Lix and Liu is available on all streaming platforms. You can listen to it. I picked up the Power Glove, you know, like the one on the NES that was presented in the movie The Wizard by a character named Lucas, who put on the Power Glove and was like, I love the Power Glove, it's so bad. You can feel strength in both hands, you can pick up and carry stones now. I guess this is useful. It did not help me with my health bar, so... So the plan with this laser shooting eye is to go in the opposite direction at all times, which seems kind of obvious, but when he spots you, you just go in the other direction to avoid. I'm very sorry for this sound of being damaged. I just need to find some hearts to recover. On YouTube it says that I'm disconnected. Let me reload the page. I should be live on all platforms, or at least this is what it says. This is very strange. Oh, I had to confirm that it's not made for kids for it to work, so I hope that you have been able to see this. Hi Quantum and hi Vake, who says I'm part of the Vlad Zamfir fan club. How does that even make sense? Just because both of us are named Vlad and have long hair, you're assuming that we are part of a fan club. That's kind of Vladist. Or Vladist, I'm not sure how you call it. Like you discriminate between Vlads by associating them with the same group. That's not how it works. Come on man, you can do better. So let me check the health of this live stream. It seems like there are five people watching on Twitter. So I think this is fine. It's always strange when you use one of these general purpose platforms which allow you to stream on multiple websites. Okay, so now that I can pick up rocks, what's next? Oh no, 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 no. I was about to die. Not today. Ooh. This was nice, being able to finally find a heart. I'm like, I think it was the Cowardly Lion wanted a heart in The Wizard of Oz. No, he wanted courage. It was the Tin Man wanted the heart, right? Someone in the chat correct me if I'm wrong. So in The Wizard of Oz you had the straw man or the scarecrow, who wanted to have a brain. And then there was the Tin Man who wanted to have a heart. And the lion who wanted to have courage. So if I'm looking for hearts, then I am the Tin Man. I've been here before. This is where I get the big key. Oh, so these help me hide from the eye. I cannot be seen for as long as I hide. Nah, I screwed this up. It can see me. I was trying to push them to see if anything happens. It seems like there is like a range of attack, so if I'm far away it will not see me. I don't know how this works. So it ignored me right now. And it did not see me. Oh, it did. Bad idea. Okay, so I'm done trying this. Let's see where I'm supposed to go. I have a map here. I should use it. So I suppose I'm supposed to go in the room with the red dot. So it's gonna be left and up and left and left and left and left. And I haven't visited the rooms there, so I should explore more of this dungeon. So let's get back and see what else I can do. The plan today is to get the other pendants and help the old man who told me to get here and help him with whatever this is. I know that at some point you're going to do some sort of time traveling because it's called A Link to the Past. Unfortunately, I'm not an expert in this game. I never had it as a kid because we did not have Super Nintendos. We were playing on NES clones. Let me rewind. I don't want to lose too many hearts. Ideally, I should gain them back. I like the way that these are programmed, so they spawn just where you're standing, below you. I don't want to take this hit. I don't want to take this hit either. Okay, so what does the map say? I have been here before, so I'm supposed to take the left and then go down. If I don't go down, it's gonna bring me down. Okay, so I have spoken about the first article that I published this week, which is kind of a brief summary. Does that make sense? Like a summary of my interview with Lixin. And my second article this week was why Bitcoin is bullish even when it dumps. And this was kind of an idea that I had when I was watching how a lot of people were selling their Bitcoins earlier this week. And I said to myself, you know, this is not necessarily bad news, because in lots of other places in the traditional financial system, you have all of these rules which prevent you from taking out your own money. So the fact that you can hold your own wealth and be sovereign and be able to do whatever you want to do with your money whenever you want to, this is a bullish use case for Bitcoin. I'm surprised that people don't talk about this more often, but I suppose they only prefer to talk about the stuff which pumps bags, so they're gonna tell you no, we're not going to make it look like selling is something good. But this only proves that you're in charge. If you're able to liquidate so fast and take your money out and exchange into fiat, and most likely it's going to take a few days until you get your fiat, but the fact that you can make a transaction in the next block and basically get out so fast, this only proves that there's a lot of sovereignty. You own your own wealth, and there is no other way of doing that with no other type of money. Oh, so if I take bottles, I can store these fairies? Or do I need to use the bug catching net? Let's see. You caught a fairy. Keep it in a bottle. Okay, so right now I have 2 bottles, one containing a fairy each. So I suppose this is nice. I'm a kidnapper of fairies. So right now I'm at this point. There is another exit point below me, so let me try it. See what else is happening if I take this route. I actually had like a reflex with my knees when I got hit. So what's going on here? Oh, I found a piece of a heart, so I suppose it was a good idea in the end to get sidetracked in my quest. Come on, Vulture. Ha! I sniped him. Okay, so am I supposed to be doing this? I picked up the power glove. Now I can pick up rocks. What the hell? Why not? Let's see what's inside the cave. And this looks like a continuation of the dungeon. So I suppose this is part of the plan, part of the level design. To get out. To once again get in. But I hate it when I get hit. So I'm supposed to push one of these to open the door. So as I was saying, there's this second article that I published, and it's about how Bitcoin is bullish even when the price is dumping, because this means that people are taking out their money, and this only proves that you can always do the same if you want to. And while some would argue that it's a bad idea, there's no one else who knows any better than you what you should be doing with your own money. It's part of sovereignty. And I suck at Zelda. Like, I came here with full health. Wait, let me try to find a way to not get hit. I suppose that everything around this room is a distraction, and you should just avoid these tiles that come at you. And I know I can do better. It looks like a Space Invader. This is a nice detail. One of these was hiding a key, right? Of course, it's the last one that I try. Takes me downstairs. I should be checking the map, right? So I suppose that this is the level with the boss, and I go down and to the right and 2 times to the north. 3 times actually, and I enter the room where I'm fighting some sort of boss. Or the dungeon master. And you know, on the topic of liquidating whenever you want with Bitcoin, just think about it. If you want to take your money out of a bank account, so if you make a full withdrawal, how long does it take? Like, you have to go to the bank, file a request, wait a few days, wait until it gets approved, and then you're going to pay a lot of fees, and the bank is going to try to do lots of stuff to keep you depositing, so they're going to find some sort of incentive for you to not leave as a customer, possibly make your life harder if you go to another bank by lowering your credit score or something. They have all of these mechanisms to keep you in their system. And if you care too much about it, they're going to find a way to make you stay. But even if you don't stay and you insist that you want to withdraw your money because it's yours and you want to hold it yourself, you're still going to pay a high cost, and there might be some extra fees for leaving as a customer. And you might also have to pay some taxes to your government with the money that you withdraw, unless they have collected when you're getting interest on your money. So it's never really pleasant when you deal with this experience in traditional finance. But with Bitcoin you can do it instantly, as long as you find someone on the other side who's willing to buy your coins, which is very likely to happen. You're good to go. I wonder what this level boss looks like, and if it's anything like this Space Invader that's being drawn right now. Or maybe it's supposed to be some sort of skull and bones? I don't know. I have about 50% of my health. And the boss is in the next room. So he can only get taken down with arrows. And he hit me. Come and get me. I have no idea why I'm trying to fight him as opposed to run away from him and mind my own business. I suppose I'm too much of an adventurer, but at least I got a free heart. So what's the plan here? I'm supposed to go next door. So let me light up these torches, see if anything happens if I summon any kind of creature inside the room. Yeah, obviously. The wall moves and there's something about to happen. I'm about to enter some sort of boss fight. Of course I need a master key. Oh, I have it. So this was convenient. Let me... I guess I'll be using bombs or arrows. I don't know. All I know is that I need 2 more pendants, and you can see in this screen to the right that I'm hunting for them. So let's go. Okay, boss, where you at? Oh, it's a worm-like creature. How can I damage it? I suppose bombs are not very efficient. Let me rewind a bit. This is where I hit it, and it was a hit with the sword to the head. I hate it when I get my ass kicked. So let's try with arrows, I guess. It's very hard to time it, but yeah, it works. It's hard to hit them without getting hit. If that makes any sense. I don't think they put too much effort into this boss music. Screw this. I need to get to a point where I had more health, because I've missed most arrows anyway, so... I don't think that this is the best strategy that I could be employing. But it's hard to tell where they are going, like in which direction. I know that I'm supposed to hit them in the head, but it's hard to actually reach their heads. So I suppose what I'll be trying is to place bombs before they spawn and see if the bombs explode when they come out. So let's take bombs. Oh yeah, this works. So there's one that comes first, and then there are 2 others. And I should aim to place a bomb when the other 2 who are coming after are close to each other. Now this was a waste of a bomb. That one hit. I'm not even sure if they're following me or they just go in a random pattern, because they're not chasing me. I got hit here for nothing, so let me rewind. It's also hard from this perspective to figure out when you can hit them. Like, my sword is not very efficient. Let's get a fresh start. You take the bombs. Not a good time. Oh, I can also get hit by these rocks that get thrown when they spawn. This could have been a good time. Or it was. Nah, I think it's better to snipe them. I'm not sure if boomerangs work. Part of the charm in these 90s games is that you have to figure out a lot. I scored 2 hits, so it wasn't that bad. I've destroyed 2 of them, making progress here. So the strategy is to not move and just stand in one place, hit them. I've tried so hard to score bomb hits and then use the boomerang and use my sword, and it was so simple with arrows. Of course, when Link acquires a new item, he has to lift it above his head like, look at me, I'm celebrating, I just found a pendant. You won the pendant of power. Your goal of finding 3 pendants is in sight. Yeah, I just have to find another one. And there's a GIF, another one by DJ Khaled. Go for the last one. This was an interesting dungeon because it started here. There were these 2 exits, but actually you're supposed to go in the back to pursue the last part of it. And right now I'm supposed to go up there on Death Mountain or whatever that is. So I'm gonna climb the mountain to get the last pendant. And while I do that and I, you know, pursue my journey. Oh, hi Dexter. Quantum, you can use whichever language you want, but I'm going to reply in English. Let me put this chat on the side so I can watch it while I play. I tend to be focused on the gameplay and try to make sense out of what I'm saying. So sometimes I neglect you, even though you're in the chat and you're being nice and starting a conversation. I just got my ass kicked because I was not paying attention. I feel like it wasn't fair. So on the map, I'm supposed to take the right. So have you guys played any Zelda games? Do you have any memories or recollections of moments that you spent with this series? Okay, now I have full health. I think the first Zelda game that I played was this one, but on emulation. So, actually, technically, this is emulation, so it's not like playing on the real Super Nintendo. Oh look, right now I can pull out big rocks. And I can find secrets. I wonder where this is taking me. So there's this guy who wants to say something. Check out the cave east of Lake Hylia. Strange and wonderful things live in it. Thanks for the tip, I guess. Now let me smash everything along the way. Quantum says that he wanted to try Ocarina of Time. That's also the one that I want to play, but I have been so reluctant in terms of playing with emulation. Because with 2D games it's always simple, but with 3D games it's more complicated. It's not very pleasant. It takes some extra effort to get used to it, and sometimes controllers or the keyboard doesn't do justice to the controls. So if Ocarina of Time was coming to the Nintendo Switch, I would buy it on the first day. But it seems to not. They're working on Skyward Sword right now. This guy says nothing, and the sign next to him says pay no attention to the average middle-aged man standing by the sign. Leave him alone. I'm pretty sure that he has a story, and I will find out what's up later in the game. Now that I can pull out rocks, I can explore more areas of the game, which should be fun in theory. Let's see if it's also fun in practice. How did I not see that bird coming? Is this a dungeon? Looks like one. Okay. Picked up some bombs. Can I go further? I guess not. So I suppose this is like a teaser for a dungeon that I will discover later in the game. And I'm all the way down here, and I'm supposed to go all the way up there on the mountain to get the third and last pendant. You know, I played Breath of the Wild for like 60 hours. I think it was more like 80 or something, but it only registered 60. As a matter of fact, let me check. I have all the information here. I'm on my account. Play activity. Oh, it doesn't let me know the ones that are older. Or maybe if I go to the installation of Breath of the Wild, I will get to see it. But as you can see, I played 75 hours of Final Fantasy X and X2. And also, I think I've played like 12 hours of Final Fantasy 7. And I might just write some reviews for these games, but I'm not going to tell you how and for which purpose. And if you're watching this from Twitter, just so you know, I'm interacting with the chat from YouTube, so if you want to also join the conversation, I suppose you should open the video on YouTube or in YouTube. Let me see if I can check how many hours I spent in Breath of the Wild, because that's why I've opened the menu. So options, software information, data management. No, it doesn't show me any information about how much I've played, which is a bummer. But I can sort by most recent, longest total playtime. So yeah, It's still Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then Final Fantasy X2, Super Mario Odyssey, NES, Super Nintendo, Super Mario Maker 2. Surprisingly, NBA 2K Playgrounds 2 and Duke Nukem 3D and Minecraft Dungeons. Whoa, I played so much of this. Siberia 1 and 2 and Mario Kart 8. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I kind of regret spending 60 euro for this one. Not because it's bad, but because I figured out that it's a lot more fun in multiplayer and I'm more into single player games, so whatever. Sonic Mania, and I should also play Astral Chain. It's kind of awesome. Still thinking on buying the Samurai Jack video game. I'm still thinking, but there's so many games that I have and, you know, haven't played. Haven't spent too much with them. But I will eventually, like, it's on my list. Right now I think I'm going through my Final Fantasy obsession. I'm not sure if you played Final Fantasy games, but they have such good stories. Like, they're worthwhile when you endure all of that grinding and all of that hard battles and, you know, JRPGs and all of their elements. But at the end of it, you get such great moments of storyline and character development that it feels like you haven't wasted your time. Even though you have wasted it, you at least get some nice parts of the story that you wouldn't have otherwise. So I suppose that it has very good rewards for the fact that you spend a lot of time playing. So while I make my journey towards Death Mountain, or whatever that one's called up there, I should mention the article which I wrote today, and I published it in a hurry, so the form that you will be finding on the Bitcoin Takeover website is not necessarily the final one. I'll try to refine it and structure it better, but it's about why Bitcoin has small blocks. I'm not sure if everyone watching this knows about the debate about making Bitcoin scale, but basically there's always this trade-off. There's this trilemma sometimes, that you can have security, you can have decentralization, you can have scalability, but not all of them at the same time. When you get one, you sacrifice the other. And in this trilemma, Bitcoin has remained on the security and decentralization side, so that it cannot be taken down by governments and remain as robust as possible. But the trade-off is that it doesn't process too many transactions. If you look at a block, you're going to see that it gets discovered every 10 minutes. So a new one gets discovered every 10 minutes. And it stores like 2,000 transactions, which in comparison with Visa and all of these credit card companies is not much. So the proposal to scale Bitcoin for many years has been to increase the block size, but it turned out to be a bad idea because that was a compromise on decentralization and also security. So instead of, you know, this idea of increasing the block size is a lot like trying to get faster internet, but instead of doing research to get broadband connection, you're going to stack 50k modems on top of each other until the internet gets faster, which technically might work for a short time, but it's not the best way to go forward. Oh man, I got my ass kicked so badly right here. And I wrote this article because this week the transaction fees on the network have been higher, and there were voices that once again started proposing that we should be, in fact, increasing the block size. And it's a bad idea for this reason of preserving decentralization, but also from the point of view of... Wait, what is this? From the point of view of securing the network. Because I'm not sure how much you know about the controlled supply of Bitcoin, but there will only be 21 million coins that get released until the year 2140. So we have 119 more years of Bitcoin mining with rewards. But in 8 years, actually 7, in the halving that's going to take place, because the rewards for mining get halved, so reduced in half every 4 years. In 7 years, in 2028, the reward is going to be like 1 Bitcoin per block. And it used to be 50 when the network launched, then it was 25 4 years later, then it was 12.5 4 years later, now it's 6.25. In 3 years it's going to be 3.1 to... Wait, I suck at math, but 3.1, and then it's going to be 1.6 and so on. So in 7 years the reward is going to be like 1.6 Bitcoins. And somehow miners have to keep on going and have the proper incentives. And the plan with the Bitcoin network is to scale and to remain secure. How do I take this? Oh, I need an empty bottle, never mind. The plan is to make the network secure with fees that get collected by miners. And if there are not enough fees, then it's likely that the miners are going to just stop securing the network with their activity. And that's not the desirable situation. So we are going to have to pay more fees or higher fees in order to keep the network functional. And that's part of the reason why increasing the block size is bad, because you're thinking on the short term. You're saying, I want to do this right now to solve this problem that I'm having like today, but I don't care much about what's going to happen in the future and the burden that I'm putting on the nodes that are operating in the network and the fact that they have to store all of my transactions. And yes, Quantum, you can ask me any question about any project that I'm involved in or I used to be involved in. You will find a mushroom lover at the magic shop. Mushroom lover. I want that. Magic shop. And he took my money. So the article about which I have been talking with scaling is available on bitcointakeover.com. You can read it right now. I will work on it some more. I feel like it needs a few more refinements, but the arguments are outlined there. And there will not be many modifications in terms of arguments, but more like structure to make it more readable. I feel like it was a bit rushed just to make it for this stream. But I suppose you find the link in the description, or if I haven't added it, it's the latest one on the website, so you can look there. So I got a question about the video game podcast that I used to do every week for like 2 years with some other people. Why did I leave the project? Because I was sick of being the only one who was working all the time and having to put up with people who did not want to work and expected me to do everything. Magic shop. Okay, I'm going to the magic shop because supposedly I'm going to find the lover. So the short answer is this one, that after a while you get fed up with doing all the hard work. Double double toil and trouble, fire burn and cold and bubble, making mushroom brew I am. I'm supposed to find a lover. gave me a sample of the red potion. That was nasty, hiding in the bushes. Well, Quantum, it was a little more than that, but I'm not going to complain about it. I'm the kind of guy who just gets the work done. And I hate making excuses and trying to blame somebody else for something that I do not accomplish myself. But at the same time, when you have to do... when people promise that they're going to do something and then they conveniently forget whenever they are asked about it, you just get fed up after a while. So there's a waterfall that's around the corner, but I suppose I need something stronger than the power glove. Let's see where I am. So I have to take the left and then down on the bridge and then the left again. I got kind of sidetracked. I suppose at some point, I keep on falling, but at some point I'm going to find some sort of diving gears to be able to swim. You know, I'm actually working on a magazine. I'm not going to give too much details about it, because lately, for the last couple of months, I was busy translating a book that's going to get published in Romanian, and it's about Bitcoin. But after I'm done with that project, I will have more spare time to focus on other hobbies of mine. I've decided to do this weekly live stream because it's a good way to promote my work, and I tend to write a lot on my website, so I'm also kind of terrible at promoting my own work, so since I can't afford to pay someone to do it for me, I'm trying to do it myself with video games apparently, because I believe that there's some sort of convergence between video gamers and Bitcoin. It's a lot more intuitive, you know, you understand how a virtual currency is supposed to work and you find value in it just because you most likely have also played World of Warcraft and believe that your gold or your items are of value. Okay, so right now I take the left and then up. Actually, Dagger, it's kind of what I'm doing, what you implied there. I'm not going to give too many details because it's still in, you know, in the sketching phase, but I suppose it's gonna be a nice surprise when it comes out. Oh, there's a hole in the ground, so why don't I jump into it? I will soothe your wounds and comfort your weariness. Close your eyes and relax. It sounds more like I'm dealing with a hooker than dealing with a fairy. So I'm in the middle of a graveyard. I have to walk around it, cross it, and then I suppose there's an entrance in the cave which takes me up. I need to go to that castle upstairs. I'm a monster, I'm pushing tombstones. You can say I'm a tomb raider. But I'm curious to see what happens if I push all of these. There has to be a reason for this to happen, right? Come on, you're so annoying, just die. Now I can't get the heart. Oh, I got it with the boomerang. That was cheap. Okay, so pushing tombstones. Let's see how far I can get. Yeah, so I forgot to tell you, if you like this video, don't forget to press that like button, and what else? You can subscribe. If you want to subscribe to my newsletter, you can go to bitcointakeover.com/subscribe. I'm not sure if I put that link in the description because I'm an idiot. But on the main page, I suppose there is something in the sidebar which allows you to subscribe with your email address. I will not spam you, I will just send you a weekly newsletter. Okay, so I just entered the dungeon. I was actually planning to do something else, to get on that mountain. Why not? This is an adventure. Wait, so why am I getting spoiled with all of this? I suppose there's a boss fight coming or something? And I should not waste my bombs. Way too fast for me. Let me get back here and collect the treasure. I was saving it just in case there's some sort of fight Why is it spoiling me with so many rupees and bombs? And look at how rich I am. I have 888 rupees. So as I said, and it seems like Quantum is interested, I've been working on translating a book about Bitcoin in Romanian, mostly because I want my parents to be able to read something, as they did not have the chance to learn English. And most of the resources are available only in English, unfortunately. And it's going to be available, I guess, in a couple of months, hopefully, because I will submit it next week. And then it's going into the review process, and then it has to be printed and released to market. Not sure how long it takes for it to get edited, but I expect it to take like 1 month. Okay, so this is Princess Zelda. I met her again. You can also visit a fortune teller if you don't know what you're doing. If you defeat the wizard, the soldiers may regain their sanity. I'm back in the church. So I got sidetracked. Oh, but I suppose I was on the right path. Wait a second. So how do I get up on Death Mountain? I suppose I should be talking to a fortune teller. Where can you find the book in English? Well, it's called The Little Bitcoin Book. It's available on Amazon, I think. I suppose you can buy the PDF. I think the best part about it is that it has a Q&A section, which tackles all of the most popular questions that you might be asking. I think that alone is the reason to get the book, and the one that makes me believe that it's the best introduction. Because there are lots of resources out there. I'm also trying to build a website with free education, but if you don't have much time and you just want something quick to learn in a couple of hours, then I suppose that the Little Bitcoin Book is a good resource, especially for that Q&A. No, there's also a physical copy that you can order. Honestly, I don't have the physical copy, I only have the digital version. Mostly because I hate it when I pay more for the shipping than I pay for the book itself. So I would gladly buy it when I travel and it's available in a bookstore. Or if I go to a conference and I find someone who's selling it. But if the shipping is like $20, I'm not really a fan of that. So I'm supposed to go up on the mountain. But how do I get there? Maybe if I take the left one more time and go up, there's going to be a way to climb. No, but I see a bridge, so I suppose that it's far right. Northeast of the map. So up there is the magic shop, and to the right is the waterfall of wishing. You cut a lot of bushes in this game. Smash a lot of rocks and a lot of pottery. You can say that this is a punk rock game. So I need to make my way to the mountain. But I can't, at least not this way. I can't pull out these rocks. I just realized that the map on this Zelda is very close to the one of Link's Awakening. Played it on Switch recently. Yeah, I also want to get that one. I never did. Oh, so I can fall down here. Let me avoid these cucumbers. Okay. This is something. I keep on falling. Not like in the Alicia Keys song, but I gotta avoid all of these projectiles. Find a way up. I need to go up the mountain. And I can only walk in shallow water, so... bad idea. It's a trap. So I need to go down, actually. It's a bit like a labyrinth. Okay. Wahaha, what do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me? I want the flippers. I don't just give flippers away for free, I sell them for 500 rupees a pair. Okay. Wahaha, one pair of flippers coming up. I will give you a free bonus. With your purchase, I will let you use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool, dive into it. You never know where you'll surface. Wahaha! Okay, so I got the flippers, Zora's flippers. In Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a character named Zora. With these you should be able to swim even in deeper water. This is useful. But at the same time, this did not solve my problem. How do I get up there? I need to explore everything taking place on this river. Can I go down? Yeah, I can go down. Have I been here before? No, I haven't, so I found a piece of a heart. I just need another more, and that will get an extra heart. So I can go down this way. See what else is happening. What are the places where I could not go, but I want to go? So if I remember correctly, this is where it gets split in 3 parts. This is not very helpful. So I can explore the areas that used to drown me before this, but it doesn't help. So it's time to get back. Okay, so which way? I suppose I'll go down. Or as far as I can. I don't think I've been here before. Correct me if I'm wrong. So these crabs take extra damage for some reason. Did I come this way? Yes, I did. Let's rewind. Pretend that most of this did not happen. Let's go into this whirl. So I'm all the way down here. Far away from my main objective, but I suppose this adventure has been very chaotic. Pond of Happiness. Throw some rupees in and your wishes will surely come true. Sounds like a scam, but why not? 20 rupees. Happiness increased 20 rupees. In total, your happiness is 20. You'll become happier by 1 step. For your reference today, you will have a little luck. What if I want more? Like, please take all of my money. I feel like getting scammed today. Today you'll have big trouble. I'm not sure what this does, like, do I get a reward? Let me throw 100. Great luck. I'm not sure if I want to mess this one up, but I want to get to 100. Oh, so there is something happening. I'll make your wish come true. I want to carry more bombs, or I want to carry more arrows. I'll take bombs. Then I will increase your carrying ability so you can carry 15 bombs at maximum. This is just a small happiness I can give to you. So can I also get... Yeah, so I can keep on going. Oh no, I have to throw more. 50. Sometimes I wonder in these video games where you have NPCs that take your money, do they ever, you know, go into shops and buy stuff, or why do they need money? I want to carry more arrows. Yeah, so Quantum, how should I tell you to message me? You can write me an email and I'll give you my... You can write me an email with your Discord ID and I can message you there. Let me write my email address in the chat. So let me throw more rupees in a fountain because, you know, that's what people do. Throw more. More bombs once again. This was before the era of microtransactions. If this was done by Ubisoft today, they would make you pay like €1 for each bomb. Let's see where I am. Up here there should be an island where I can find the last piece of heart, but I'm not sure how I can get it. How do I get up there? Go away, dragon. Okay, so let's make our way to that pendant at the top. I think I'll be tempted to go into the castle in the middle, just for the sake of it. I'm a wanted criminal. I need to make back my rupees because I spent them. You know, something that I don't like about this game is that you can avoid all the fights. There is no reason to beat the monsters or the soldiers that come your way. There is no XP system. There is no way to grind. The only grinding may be improving your ability to not get hit like myself right now. But you can run away the whole game. Avoid the fights. It doesn't make any difference. So where do I go? Let's try to go up. And if I recall correctly, there's this kid who's playing the flute. Okay. I'm supposed to get the last pendant, and it's the last objective that I want to fulfill before ending this. But I got sidetracked so much with side quests. Pay me 20 rupees and I'll let you open one chest. You can keep what is inside. Sounds like gambling. That's why I'm doing it. I paid 20, I got only one, so I lost 19. Such a scam. This is a library. The music has changed because I've entered one of the towns. Actually, it's called Kakariko Village, so it's a village, not a town. Oh yeah, this is the house where you find two brothers who have gotten into a fight and they still don't talk to each other. One is here, the other one is here. I suppose that this story is going to have some sort of resolution at some point in the game. I'm not sure. Wait, so how do I get back to the village from here? Yep, this is the way. So right now, I'm in Kakariko Village. And I guess I should go for the pendant, but I'm not going to be unhappy if I also get the Master Sword, which is in the woods. Though I suppose it's harder to accomplish this feat. Hey look, it's Bitcoin, the wanted man soldiers, anyone come quickly. I got turned in by Karen. You know what? I can explore the water. But not here. I could not jump right in. So let me go to the fortune teller. You look like you might have an interesting destiny. Please tell it to me. Abracadabra Alakazam, the true hero will find the moon pearl in the mountain tower. I mean, I already knew that I'm supposed to go to the mountain. Now I know that there's a tower, but how much of a difference does that make? Hey you, catch. I'm inside the dark woods. Not sure if I should be saving, but this is where I can get the sword. Not any sword, but the sword. This is it, the master sword. No, this can't be it, too bad. It's a fake. There is a guy who doesn't look very happy standing here. This is a secret hideout for a gang of thieves. Don't enter without permission. By the way, I heard that one of our ex-members is staying at the entrance to the desert. Oh no, I'm supposed to get that one, but I don't know how. It's such a tease. Oh, I should walk this way. Talk this way. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, look at these animals. Oh, this is the Master Sword. Okay. I suppose I need this book of Medora. The hero's triumph on Cataclysm's eve wins 3 symbols of virtue. The Master Sword he will then retrieve, keeping the knight's line true. Wait, it said something about 3 symbols of virtue. So I can't get it because I need to get the 3rd pendant. Such a tease. I found the Master Sword, but I can't get it. Because I need to go to the tower, the mountain or whatever. Motherfucker. Okay, so now I know how I can find the Master Sword, but what's the point? Plus, this is not the right exit, so I need to go back. So I assume that there's nobody in the chat who is an expert in Zelda. I guess I could use some directions to get into the mountain. I'm not going to open some sort of guide because I feel like it'd be like cheating. Not that I haven't cheated so far when I rewinded the game at convenient times, but you know, this is the way to the Lost Woods. It's funny that I did not need to search for the Master Sword, I just found it, just like that, without even trying. But I could not get it. Also, I cannot get up there yet. I suppose there's another entrance. You know, something interesting in these games from the 90s is that they don't come with an instruction manual. I mean, they did have an instruction manual, but you know what I mean. They did not teach you everything, walk you along the way to explain everything. I suppose you could get a map or something at best, but you already have the map in game. You did have some sort of services where you could call, like hotlines for people who got stuck in video games, but it was not as bad as the tutorials that you have nowadays, where you have to go through long levels where you learn the basics. And I suppose this is how I get in. Danger, do not enter Death Mountain without the king's permission. What king? What permission? Look at me, man, this is permissionless. Wait. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to jump there. I don't know who you are, but if you are going to go up the mountain, you'll take me with you. I lost my lamp, so sure, why not? Come with me, old man. Watch your step, there are holes in the ground. Could you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you wrong, so please don't get too involved in such a mad quest. Too late. As we have established, you have no incentive in this game to fight the monsters. Turn right here. You know, I have a granddaughter who is your age. The king took her to the castle and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he's trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. Nasty story right there. But I would love to meet your daughter, old man. Oh no, rocks are falling down. It's called Death Mountain for a reason. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. Ah, these are dangerous times, sorry. I talked too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. He gave you the magic mirror. This mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it is going to absorb you into another world. I need some health. The wizard has deceived the king, and now he's trying to open the way to the dark world. To complete your quest, you will need the moon pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Come back here anytime. Oh, he helped me regain full health, which is nice. Nice old man. So I hope that this is the way to the top of the mountain, or else I will be wasting my time. I love that there is some degree of uncertainty in this game. So you have to explore. Oh no, I don't want to go back. I only want to go up. I can see a piece of a heart right there. And I've turned into a bunny. What? I'm a bunny. Look at me. Look at me, I have bunny ears and I'm pink. What's this? Who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changed your shape to reflect what is in your heart and mind. I'm always changing my mind, so I turned into a ball. But if you have a ball called the moon pearl, you can keep your original shape here. What do you want? Do you want something to say to me, silly rabbit? I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak and I can't go back to the real world. If I only had the moon pearl from the Tower of Hera or Hera, I could go back to my original shape. I've got good reason to be stressed out. Go back off. Shoo, shoo. Okay, so now what? Look at these clouds. Bunny's going down. Smells the flowers. I don't know, I'm supposed to go on top of the mountain and go into the tower. So I feel like I'm getting way too sidetracked here. Yeah, so this seems to be the way. Yeah, it makes sense. The magic mirror changes me back into my former shape. Except that I'm stuck. So I'm supposed to be somewhere here. Okay, so I got an extra heart because of this. Great news. Now I'm back on top. And this is the castle, which looks very imposing. It's huge. Huge castle. And I also have some ways to go to the left and to the right, so let's see if there's some exploration that I can do before I enter the dungeon. And here, of course I can't read it, so I have to put on the Book of Medora. Hold up the Master Sword and you'll get the magic of Ether. No thank you. So, let's go back. What happened to him? Turned to stone. And here I have another bridge. I can't go there. I like how this game is teasing you all the time. You see that there are places where you can go, but you can't because you have to discover some other kind of ability. Huh. So this one... Okay. Interesting. They paid very close attention to the design, so this is something that I like about this game. Bitcoin, it is I, Sahasrara the Elder. I have some advice. In the dungeons, you can gaze into the magic mirror to return to the entrance at any time. Do not forget this. This was not very useful. But I got the map. This is more useful. Wait, I need to put on the boomerang. The boomerang. So I can grab the arrows. Go away, worm creature. Worm-like monster. Let's see what happens if I light up these torches. Nothing. I suppose this means that I'm supposed to take one of these routes on the side. These creatures are bouncy, so if you hit them, you're going to get this kind of, what do you call it? Force feedback. You get pushed to the back whenever you hit these monsters. Let's see how this changes what happens in this room. And the star changes the layout of the floor, so This is an extra layer of complexity. I think this is the better way to get to that door, but I don't have the key, so what do I do right now? I have to go back, find the key. This feels like doom. Oh, and now I'm surrounded, so I have to go back. Hit the switch. Let's hope that I find some hearts here. I did not. This is kind of smart, you know? Has some good puzzles. Maybe I should switch to the arrows. Okay. So now I go back. Let me see if I can hit an arrow into that globe. It works. That was stupid. I slipped because of the controls. Wait, so I'm supposed to also hit this. Oh, so this is not the big key which I got, it's just the regular one. Which means that there's something else that I need to unlock with this. Give me a break. Right, so it's that door in the back. Please go away. I don't want to hurt you. I lied. But he hurt me kind of badly. Of course. Seemed too good to be true. Luckily I can do this, and I also want to get back to the moment when I had more health points. You need to be as far away as you can from them. If you get too close, you get hit. Like, there is a pattern, of course, in which they go, but this was dumb. It's kind of silly when you think about it, because when I was like 10, I bet I could do a lot better at this game. But as I get older, my reflexes get slower and my patience gets lost, so I don't feel like starting over and trying again. I just want to beat the game. There's no reward in hearts in this room. So if I get hit, I'm going to suffer an ugly death. Once again, no hearts. Finally. Like, it was necessary just to stop that annoying sound. So I suppose this is where I get the master key or the big key. But as always, there's going to be some sort of trap when I do this. So let's see if there's no heart. No trap. I'm impressed. In a good way. I don't have to get into an unnecessary fight. But I gotta admit that this is a good level. Like, it's the kind of dungeon that keeps your mind sharp. Right, so all of these are blocking my way, so I need to hit this switch, but man, I have to deal with this shit once again. Let me rewind. I don't feel like dealing with this once again. All I have to do is just hit this and get back. You can blame me for not playing like a pro, but honestly, I would rather not waste anyone's time. So I need to hit the switch once again. Oh no, it took me to the entrance in the dungeon. Just one minor mistake. So I suppose this is going to do the trick. Always. Let's see what this does. I feel like this is cheating. Trying to snipe. Oh, finally, I found a heart. I messed up. So got a compass. Help me find a way to the dungeon evil monster. Or was it master, monster? What does it matter? I'm supposed to go to level 6F, and I'm at 4F. The more tired I get, the more I start to suck. But at least I talk less, right? So there is this door through which I came. There's this that I can do with the bridge. Doesn't look very helpful, but I need to get to that chest. And there's this other door which I have not explored yet. that one is taken straight from the Super Mario game. Spinning flames. Also the star, but this is a 6-point star. The one in Mario is a 5-point. Normally I would not try to fight them, or not try to kill them, but I'm trying to get a heart, and I failed. No, I stuck an arrow in him, and it did not help. He can take more hits than me, which is unfair. I suppose he cannot die, or he can, but he takes like 10 hits. This is the way to the dungeon boss or master or whatever. But there was a chest, so I'm not sure what I should be doing here. If I recall correctly, I could fall in one of these places. Yeah, so I'm supposed to fall somewhere here, and I'm going to get to that chest. So let me rewind. Because I'm one level above, right? So if I fall here... Yeah. Bad idea. And it takes you all the way down. So no, this is not the solution. So what if I fall here? No, it's supposed to be more on the right. How do I change that? I suppose that this star is going to help me. And the farthest on the right is this one. And this is it. You found a moon pearl. This protects the hero from the changing effects of the golden power. I have no idea what that means. But I love the level design, like, so well made. I think I've done this before. Like, I said that I've played this game a few years ago, but I've never finished it. Like, I never got to Ganon to beat him. That's usually how Legend of Zelda games end, with a battle with Ganon. I don't think this is any different. And this is the battle with the level boss. I suppose I should change my secondary weapon to something more powerful, like bombs. Let's see what I can do. Can I get him with arrows? There's like an arena around him. No, I'm supposed to fall down. No, the arrows don't work. Maybe that the bombs do. Yeah, so if you hit him the wrong way, then he's going to drop you down one level. And I'm going to rewind up to the point where I had more arrows because I wasted them on him. Maybe that his tail is the weak spot. I should try. Yeah, the tail is the weak spot. I'm supposed to shoot for the tail. But the bombs don't seem to work, so I'll stop using them. Sucks. Of course. I don't have very much patience here. So that's part of the reason. Okay, I hit him, but that's part of the reason why I'm acting like this. Move. I should also move to determine him. Get out of there. If I stand in one spot which is close to the wall, yeah, I mean, I cheated a lot to beat him, but I have no regrets. And this is the last pendant. Ta-da-dum, 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 dum-dum. You want the Pendant of Wisdom. With this you have collected all 3 pendants. Now go to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword. I did get the Master Sword, but I did not have all the pendants. I suppose I should at least know how to get there right now. Emphasis on should. All of this for nothing. I'm just trying to see if there's anything special here. Nah, there's not. Now I need to find health points fast. No, so I should not be here. Period. I need to unlock some sort of other ability. Maybe that this is the way back. Should be. Yay. So I'm done with Death Mountain. Now I have to go get the sword. Which sword you're saying? Well, it's the Master Sword, and not to brag, but it's kind of a big deal. In The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you need like 13 health points, like 13 hearts that get collected along the way to be able to get the Master Sword. And I was able to find it the last time, so I should be good. No thank you. I don't want to participate in gambling. No, this is not it. I think I took another entrance and I assumed that I would get to the same point if I followed the pattern that I remembered. Okay, found it. Was not so hard. I need to put on the Book of Medora once again. The hero's triumph on Cataclysm's eve wins 3 symbols of virtue. The Master Sword will then retrieve, keeping the knight's line true. And I got the Master Sword. And look at this magic. Suddenly Sahasrara contacts you telepathically. Bitcoin, it is extraordinary that you won the Master Sword that makes evil retreat. With the Shining Sword, I believe you can deflect the wizard's evil powers. The destiny of this land is in your hands. Please, Bitcoin. Okay, it's in my hands, but what do I do next? I have a better sword. Help, the soldiers are coming to Sanctuary. I like the way it looks like it's daylight right now in the woods. It used to be very dark. Not anymore. That bastard just stole some of my items. And just like in the original Legend of Zelda, you can now shoot this ray with your sword if you have full health. Oh no, I can't go out this way. There must be another. Oh, I like this. It's actually a lot more fun. Except that I just lost the power. I kind of deserve it. Okay, so what's the goal right now? I'm supposed to go to that skull right there in the castle. I think that's also where the princess is. I think. I love getting into people's houses and smashing their pots. Is this Mario? In the painting? It looks like Mario. I wish I could zoom in or something, but looks like Mario. Pretty sure. This lady has a painting of Mario in her house. I don't want to talk to Karens. Where did he go? Keeps on running away. You know, I did not find fighting fun in this game until now. So tell me what to do, fortune teller. Abracadabra alakazam, you'll find a mushroom lover at the magic shop. Yeah, I did find the witch. But I need to get mushrooms, right? I don't know where I can find mushrooms. But I just found a bomb under a rock. Let that sink in. You walk down the street, you pick up a rock, and you find a bomb beneath it. If I take the right, it should be on the right path. It's called the right for a reason. I wanted to beat this guy with only bushes. It did not prove to be possible. I need the health points. So look at me, I'm gonna be cutting bushes looking for hearts. Should be a lot easier than this. Well, it's not. So you have knights on the corners of the castle throwing bombs casually. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Come on, give me some health. Actually found a bomb. No, it doesn't help. So I'm supposed to go into the castle and fight some evil wizard. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Yeah, so the fight is in this castle. It's interesting how the game makes you feel powerful all at once. You return to the first castle where you started the game and now you have the Master Sword. And you take these out a lot faster than you used to. This used to be a struggle, not anymore. If I recall correctly, we're supposed to push one of these. Doesn't work. So I'm not sure where I find the boss that I'm supposed to fight. The evil wizard. Maybe here? Okay. Is there anything behind these statues? I could use a health point. I could have done so much better. Let's try this with arrows. Not boomerangs, but arrows. You know, I'm supposed to have full health and attack them with the Master Sword. Which I did not when I entered this room. So it's my bad. I'm losing my patience here. I suppose I should stop and continue next week. I mean, when I got in here, and I can't even rewind, I just want to keep all of my health points. Look at how fast they are. Let's see if I can recover my health points by using one of these fairies in a bottle. Yeah. Should have done this. I'm too tired to think clearly. It's all very simple when you have... Let me rewind. I want to catch the fairy. This attack makes all the difference. It's stronger than arrows, it's stronger than bombs. Oh, come on. I got the key. It's very hard to believe that this game is 30 years old. I feel like this could be released today. And it's no exaggeration, I've played worse adventure games in 2D. With the exception of maybe the difficulty, which is unforgiving at times, and nowadays games are much more accessible, to say so. But I don't see how a good game from the genre would be any different if it was released today. Ah, sorry. That was entirely my fault. Even he fell. Oh, this sucks. I've lost my health points. I got hit somewhere here. And I'm a dirty little cheater. So there's an arrow that hit me somewhere here. I'll do my best to not get hit. You know, what I should do first when I enter the room is not to fight them, but to light up the lamp. But even if I see what's happening, it's so hard to not get hit. I gotta get good. Get good. Even with the Master Sword, you cannot inflict physical harm on the wizard. You must find a way to return his own evil magic power to him. So I use the mirror, I guess, if it says return to him. Usually, wizard magic, you deflect the magic with the mirror. Makes sense. Just give me a health point. One more, and I get back my strike. Of course I could not get it. Come on, just one health point and a half. This is ironic. So is this where I fight the wizard? Here's the wizard. Ah ha ha, Bethoy. I have been waiting for you. Ha ha ha. I was hoping I could make Zelda vanish in front of your eyes. Behold, the last moment of Princess Zelda. Nah, it's not the last. He did a magic trick and made her disappear. I've seen this before, man. Oh ho ho, with this, the seal of the 7 wise men is at last broken. So this is about seals. I was checking the health of the stream, seems to be fine, but I'm going to end soon, so it is now only a matter of time before evil power covers this land. After all, the legendary hero cannot defeat us, the tribe of evil, when we are armed with the power of gold. Ho ho ho, okay Santa. Now I must go, he speaks in rhymes. So there's nothing I can do here. Uh-huh. Oh, so you mean that you would like to be totally destroyed? Well, I can make your wish come true. I can't hit him. So I need to use one of these furry bottles. I keep on pressing X, but that's what I press when I play Final Fantasy, so bad idea. Come to me, fairy. Fill my health bar. Why does this not seem to work? Oh wait, I got a hint there. It said that not even the Master Sword can defeat the wizard, which means that I have to use... Wait. This is where the fight started, right? So this means that I have to use the mirror to deflect the attacks. What happened? I've used the mirror and got teleported to the beginning. So can I deflect with the sword, please? If I try to use the mirror, it teleports me. Okay, so this is what I'm supposed to do. How could I predict this? Like, does he have a pattern that I did not figure out? I suppose that now he's going to hit with the one that I can deflect. Let me rewind this and see if I can do anything to hit him back. Because it seems like a huge waste of time. So now he's supposed to hit me with the thunder. Or how can I figure out? Is there anything in his hand which suggests what kind of attack is about to launch? Is it random? Is it pre-programmed? It doesn't seem to be random because if I rewind, he doesn't change his mind. Wait. He sucks so much at this, like, how is this even possible? So now, if he were to follow a pattern, he would hit the lightning strike, but he did not. But I suppose he will now. No, he hasn't. The next one should be. And now I can deflect it. Well, I can do better. I can do better. Please. Well met, like the true hero that you are. But I am not ready to admit defeat yet. I will draw you into the dark world. That's a nice twist. Bitcoin, it is I, Sahasrara. I'm communicating to you across the void through telepathy. The place where you now stand has the golden land, but evil power turned it, was the golden land, but the evil power turned it into the dark world. The wizard has broken the wise men's seal and opened the gate to link the worlds at Hyrule Castle. In order to save this half of the world, the light world, you must win back the golden power. You must also rescue the 7 maidens who Aghaim sent to the dark world. As members of the bloodline of the 7 wise men, they have power that will surely help you. The maidens are locked in hidden dungeons full of evil creatures and dangerous traps. The Palace of Darkness should be your first goal in this world. Bitcoin, I can rely on only you. Please make this old man's wishes come true. I beg you. This actually rhymes for the second time. I got my hearts back. Look at me. I'm in the dark world and I'm supposed to follow these dungeons. Okay, so 8 dungeons, or no, 7 maids, 7 dungeons, and I suppose that there is a boss fight at the end. So I suppose I have completed, like, what? The first part of the game. Oh, I can use the mirror actually to return to the light world and the dark world. Yeah, it's an interesting concept which I'm going to be exploring next week when I go to the first dungeon here. So let me save the game. Create suspend point. As you can see, I haven't played since 2019. And even then, I'm not sure how far I got. So I'll overwrite this. Yes, I'm sure. Game saved. Thank you for watching. This has been quite long. How long has it been? Almost 3 hours. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I want to go to sleep. I want to do some other kind of work. But I'll see you next week when maybe that I will have more articles. Actually, definitely, because I enjoy writing. So I'm gonna write more articles on the Bitcoin Takeover website. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and do all of that stuff. And join in next week. I try to keep the time around 8 p.m. Central European Time. So stick around, check out my work, subscribe to my newsletter. I promise I will not spam you, and you can unsubscribe anytime that you want. And other than that, have a wonderful week. It's gonna be fun tomorrow waking up for work and all of that. So I'll see you around. Bye.